from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have the time to fight. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'm falling asleep when I'm home. When I'm gone, no way to go, no one that can see through at the side of the
She like the fur of a risen and 10,000 RPM. She got a tall All right, good evening, folks, and welcome. We're live here tonight for the Hometown Heroes. That's right, at Coast to Coast, Cool Rays, Coast to Coast Racing League, Hometown Heroes, and going to be a good one. We're live here tonight on the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube and OSR Network on Facebook. And I tell you, so we're getting set here for our SBGC 3D pre-race show. If you're not checked out Tom Taylor and Company, check him out at sbgc3d.com. Nick, it has been some exciting racing here at Hometown Series here at Eldora. We got these 305 is going to kick us off here tonight. Mm-hmm. And the 305 has been kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's been really, really close, tight racing. The 305s, a lot of people have got a decent amount of seat time in these cars. They're not really unpredictable, and Eldora's a really good track, and it's typically pretty consistent. So, it definitely breeds some good, close, tight racing. Really throughout the field, thinking back across the season, we haven't really seen a whole lot of caution field races. There may have been one, maybe two, but for the most part, it's been really, really clean racing, and everybody's having a good time.
Oh, absolutely. So we get set here as these guys right now in a little bit of practice here tonight. Definitely check out, like I said, SBGCs. We got our iRacing League Manager rundown here, and pull that up. Got here 305 down Heroes. And look who's on the top. Man in the booth with me, Nicholas Rickle. Leading the points. How's that feel?
Yeah, I messed around with the Oculus VR last night, and I know you saw my post earlier on Facebook, but
oh yeah, definitely check out that info because I got one. So.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple teammates, man. And the divisions that I'm leading or second in, I really don't want to mess with the Oculus because I don't want to, mess up anything. I tried it one race two races last season and didn't make either feature. So using the monitor now, and then I'm thinking in the midgets 9 o'clock tonight, I might try and break it out and see how I can do.
Well. And real quick, since we're in pre-race thing, let me bring up. So I saw something interesting. Obviously, for immersion type thing. And I talk a lot about sim racing equipment because it's come a long way over the years. And you talk about VR versus screens and whatnot. Actually, they had a video out there. Whether I agree with it or not is hearsay, but I say for the immersion style, the VR is there. Some people say it does make you faster, but actually there's a video that talked about a single screen actually made him faster. So I don't know in what standpoint he was looking at, but I definitely it's a conversation that goes back and forth between the two. I've got a VR, I've tried it. I think it's kind of cool. Obviously I've raced for a long time on a single screen, so I went from that route. To me, if your single screen's working, just my opinion, stay to it to the end of the season until you feel comfortable on the VR side. Once you do, I know there's a lot of guys like John, he uses the VR here in the series.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. And last season when I tried it at Lernerville, one of the biggest things that I noticed was how much bigger the sprint cars look. Because when you're in the car on a single screen, I feel like everything's smaller, but when you put the headset on, man, those cars are a lot bigger in the VR than they are on the single monitor, which they're big cars in real life. I'm sure you've seen dirt cars and stuff, and I don't know. But I'm kind of like you. I pretty much made up my mind that any points paying race, I'm not going to run VR this season. But any kind of fun run, or I might run it at the charity event, just because it's for a good cause. There's no points or anything involved. So we'll see. But it's definitely fun last night when I messed with it. So. Looking forward to it. And
there you go. That's the best thing to do, man, is be fun. What's up, Justin? I ran a single monitor for first iRacing. Now I run VR. And there you go. Yeah, and it's obviously personal preference too. And then I think the one thing was some say it's better, some say it's worse. The immersion of VR to me is awesome if you can take it, and then whatnot. But obviously, I saw you post out there earlier. You were talking about battery life and whatnot. Definitely check out what I said because that solved mine. Yeah, that solved mine very quick. And I've got one of the link cables too. But I'm gonna tell you what, as far as because I sit right near my router, as far as the wireless thing goes, there's no difference in that. The cable to me, that's probably better. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely takes some playing around. You know, when I started last night, the resolution and everything, I got my settings in game right, and then I started cutting up the resolution in the hertz to try to get my frames up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff to tinker with, and get
I know
right.
John sits up here in the booth and his. I don't know how he does that. That's crazy. He sits up here a lot of time in the booth with his, but and it's wild now. And he says he can see a lot, what's going on and so forth and so on. So there you go. I mean, it's awesome to see. We got a lot of different guys as we're pushing it over here to the Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. That's right. Check out them guys, man, on the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube every Sunday. They do the Pit Stop Podcast. Old Roger and Preston Cranmer are there. Give you some insights on what's going on in the league and have a lot of special guests on there, too. So, you're right there, Justin. It is awesome. So, we'll see who puts this thing on a quick time here tonight. Got a pretty good field out here. 25 machines, so everybody but one's going to make it. Oh, be interesting. Right now, Zach Chapman's the man up front. Got a good run on it. Oh, never mind. Trent Straighten brings it up top for a quick time. Move on his end. See who else can maybe knock him off the top spot. There we go. Blake Trapman coming up with a 15:04. Oh, same exact time as Trent, with thousandths of a second. Wow.
Ready
out here rolling around.
Yep,
you ready?
I'm ready for you. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, let's go on board here, Nick. He's going to take a few laps around this place in the 305.
So it's pretty much the same story, here at Eldora in the sprint cars. Big things to look out for. Early race is going to be getting down here on the bottom, getting into turn 4. Getting into turn 1, you got to watch out for the wall. As you see when we go around, the wall isn't exactly straight. So at times it feels like it'll jump out there and grab you. And it's really the same situation in turn 4. You got to clear this pit exit wall, and then you got to go below the slick is typically pretty fast early in the heat races, and then you got to watch out for those big barrels there. But as far as really the rest of the track, you'll see some guys up here in the middle, kind of middle of the feature, early in the feature, and then you'll even see some guys starting to throw that slider line. We've talked about it the past couple weeks, and it can be really, really fast. It's pretty important in the 305 to keep your momentum up. And as long as you can do that, stay out of the wall in the top and the bottom, and stay off of the race cars, typically you'll finish pretty good.
There you go. Can give you an insight of what these guys are going to have to kind of look out for here tonight as it heads us over to our heat race number 1. That's right, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. 37 years of 360 wing sprint action from the Northeast to U.S. and Canada. They got a lot of great drivers. Check them out at EmpireSuperSprints.com and on Facebook and Twitter. As we're getting set here to grid them up for heat race number 1. Going to be Joe Canellis out front in this one. Jeffrey Barker there in second. Lane Snookin third. Blake Chapman 4th. G.J. Boydell 5th. Nicholas Shell in 6th. Kurt Shatner 7th. Stephen Mixler 8th. And Nathan Aldridge in 9th. And, good to see old Lane back out here. I hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah, and really anywhere we go, he's definitely a contender to look out for. So it'll be interesting to see. I think this is the first week he's ran here in the hometown series, so have to see how his night turns out. Kind of follow him through the 305s, 360s, and the midgets tonight.
Is Nathan admin?
Yes, he is. Nathan Aldridge.
That means everybody should make it then. We had 25 cars, 24. Still top 4, make it automatically to the feature. You still want to be on that pole and up front. You want to be as far up front as you can, because what we've seen, the biggest thing at Eldora, it is tough to pass.
Yeah, especially in the 305. You know, we talk about it all the time about how. Sorry, my son in the background, but we talk about how hard it is to pass people in the 305s.
Hey, let me on the mic.
Yeah, he'll probably tell you to hit the people in the pits.
hey, you know what? Bring some excitement up there. I'll tell him. I'll be like, yeah, there you go. Tell him.
Yeah, for legal reasons, I do not condone that.
It's virtual, man. We ain't got to worry about it. In real life, don't do it, folks. As green flag flies, racing out front. Remember, top 4 go to that feature. Here we go. It's out front. You got Jeffrey Barker Lane right there sitting in second. Battles on for third and fourth. That's Chapman and Canellis. But here's Boydell outside looking in. He's got his hands full with Shell and Bigster.
Yeah, it looks like there might have been a little contact getting in 3 that time behind Boydell. But, I mean, they're, two wide for third and fourth and almost 3 wide for fifth, sixth, and seventh.
Yes, it is. See Lane trying to go on underneath here. Barker trying to put a slide job on him down low. We've seen this a couple times. The low line works, that after a while, it kind of fades away as the night goes on. We'll see if it hangs strong here later on here, or later as the night goes on. But right now, Lane's trying to see if he can't get it going. I know he's one of those drivers who likes that low line if it works, but he knows if it don't, he'll have to eventually go up top. He's looking on the inside. Back here, Canellis still hanging on the fourth place. Got a little breathing room. Here comes Chapman, though. He's going to come into the mix with a lead.
Yeah, and I know Chapman knows how important it is to start up front here in the feature. So, I don't think he's going to sit back and just watch these guys finish in front of him. I think as a 3 wide going into turn 2 there.
Three guys wide. Wow. And they were able to hang on to it. Chapman swoops it down on the inside with a good slider on the big Barker. As Barker's hanging on the third, he's going to hold strong to the outside of him. Let's see, man, if Chapman can get up there and rattle the tail tank, though, a snook and try to get him out of that lead.
Yeah, in the early race, I was watching Lane as he was running the bottom, and there's already a slick lane right above that bottom line. So if you don't get in there just right, you could lose 5, 6 tenths in a lap. And with guys racing this close, that's you could lose a spot or 2 by doing that. So
Canellis one last time. Boydell tried, not going to get close enough. It's going to be Snook, Chapman, Barker, and Canellis. Your top 4 going straight to the feature. Everybody else is going to have to run that alphabet here tonight. That was a good heat race there for our heat race number 1. Then the heat race number 2 here. It'll be a Super Dirt Car Series. Well, I'll tell you what, if you have not checked out the Super Dirt Car Series Northeast Premier, big block, modified, with a lot of premier drivers from Florida to Canada. If you like the ground pounding, earth shattering sounds, check out Super Dirt Car Series. As out front, you've got Nicholas Vickery on top, Bob Everton starting second, Randy Shreves in third, Brent Verstraeten starting fourth, Brian Moore, senior, going to start in fifth, Brandon Templeton sixth, Roger Craig seventh, and John Rayner's in an 8th place spot here. So, all right, Nick, you out front in this one. Can you hold on to it?
Yeah, I think it's there's a pack of guys behind me. I think it's going to be really who can find their line the fastest, right? Because you can run the bottom. We saw that last heat race with Lane. But like I said, you got to hit it just right, and if you don't, you'll be hung out to dry, because that top lane's really consistent. It's really easy to run right now with the track state the way it is. So if you don't hit the bottom just right, you could lose 2, 3, 4 spots in a lap. So we'll see how it goes.
It's fast guys here as we're getting set. Go green flag racing. Out front here, Vickery, Everton. And one of the new guys here on the block here tonight. Look strong. Pace truck ducking off. Our Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League hometown heroes. Green flag flies. Victory gets his good jump out front. Verstraeten hanging on that 4th place, battles for second. Third, though, you got Shreves on the inside, along with Everton to the outside. You got Verstraeten behind him. He's going to see if he can't dive it down, make it 3 wide. Into the turn, he throws a slide job down low. Not going to make it stick yet. As Shreves actually is able to climb up to the second place spot, but Straighton's going to hang down low. Here comes Moore Sr., seeing if he can't get the mix. He's battling with Templeton, though. Hold him up a little bit as Everson's back there holding on to the final transfer spot. Victory out front right now. Still got Shreves and Sackett up top. Battle's on for Sackett. Straighten down low. Everson still hanging on to that fourth and final transfer spot. Templeton outside looking in. Love to get one more spot up there. I know Moore Sr. would too. Now at some point, I think Verstraeten's going to have to think about jumping up to the top unless he can make that slide job work. But he's trying to get that bottom lane working here early. Not able to get it going. Way down on the groove right now. Now he slides it up. Well, slides it up there right behind Everson. Now everybody's single file. Now you see Shreves. He's going to tear up the back tail tank of Vickery. Vickery slides it down to the middle lane. Got Shreves still riding in his tire tracks. It's a good nose to tank style battle happening up front. And again, Captain Homicide out front here. Trying not to kill anything. Definitely don't want to kill the car. Wants to kill the competition if you possibly can to put this thing in victory lane. Got Verstraeten behind him. Right here with the Everson. Now they're going back at it again. Verstraeten down on the inside. Here comes the checker flag out of 4. Verstraeten's not going to get it done. If it's going to be Victory, Shreves, Everson, and Verstraeten rounding out the top 4. That's time we're going to run out to the consolations here tonight. Puts us in our heat race number 3. That's right. Got a new one out here, folks. That'll be the World of Sports podcast. And you want to sit back, relax, laugh, and have a good time. Check out Mike and Rod as they take you for a dive into the crazy, exciting world of sports. Definitely enjoy them. Check them out on their sports podcast every week at the World of Sports podcast. As out front, we got Connor Ross, John Hines starting in second, Zach Chapman in third, Jeff Valero in fourth, Chris Forsyth there in fifth, Bob DeGood in sixth, Gary Taylor seventh, Aiden Young going to round out the 8th place spot. Well, how'd the car feel out there, Vic?
Felt pretty good. In the heat races, it's always so hard to tell where the fast line's going to be. I know typically the go-to line here in 3 and 4 when the track starts to slick off is to kind of run that really shallow slider line. So I tried to do that, and I knew if Shreves was going to throw a slider on me, I wanted him to throw it in 1 and 2 so that I could flip it in 3 and 4 and throw it on him. So I really tried to throw the slider line in 3 and 4 to take that away from him so he couldn't slide me in the last corner. And it ended up working out. I felt like he was a hair faster than me there. So just trying to race defensive, He was
able to hold him off. It looks like he was trying the low line, but the low line just was not quite working. He could get it going into the turn, maybe middle, and we've seen that all season long. But trying to get that thing to come off the turn, unless you can make that pass, halfway through the turn, it's going to be tough tonight trying to get it completed.
Yep, absolutely.
Green flag. We got Hine out front in this one. Up top, got Ross down low. Battle was Valero and Chapman for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, it looks like Chapman got a little loose there getting in 3 and 4, and that allowed who is that underneath him? The 25.
Forsyth.
Yep, allowed Forsyth to get underneath him there, and if you look, he's trying to make the outside work, and he's got a lot of momentum coming off the corner. But like you said, Forsyth gets that run into the corner.
Well, you got the top 4 or 5 right there under a blanket battling with each other. Meanwhile, Hines trying to move out as you got Ross, Valero now, and Chapman battling. And I know that Forsyth sitting right there behind him. Here comes the good, though, to the inside, and here comes Aiden Young into the mix. We might have about 2 or 3 different machines battle for that 4th and final transfer spot as they're all under a blanket right now.
Yeah, Hines kind of pulled away about half a straightaway, and Valero's kind of running that slider line, and looks like there's a little contact there in 3 and 4 between Chapman and Ross, yeah.
Yeah, and it knocked him right to 6th spot. Little slider up there with Chapman. Just caught the nose of Ross. As Forsyth is the man now in the 4th and final transfer spot. He's got Young sitting on the top side. Is he going to be able to defend him off? They make a little contact with the tires. Wow. Who that was? That was Forsyth who went back.
Yeah, he was running fourth there, and if you notice, he barely made contact with Chapman's right rear tire, and it messed up the whole line of the car and actually pushed him into the wall. So any kind of contact in these cars is not good contact.
Well, we talk about it a lot. They are open wheel style machines. You get up there and you put this tire to tire. That's usually what happens. Now Aiden Young is the man in the final transfer spots. Connor Ross trying to move in. White flag. You got Hine out front. Flaro's trying that low line. Chapman hanging on to the third. Young is still right there in the fourth place. I don't think Ross is going to have enough to get him. He throws it into the turn. Just not going to have the momentum out of 4. Young's going to hang on to it, so it's going to be Hine, Flaro, Chapman, and Young. The top 4 here in this race. Number 3. Well, should bring us into what's that?
I do want to note before we go to Constellation. So Aiden Young come from 8th to 4th in that heat race.
Wow.
So nice. he come from the back there. So definitely a good run for him.
That brings us in our B main. A B main presented by Chip Banger Racing. That's right. A new one here. Definitely check out the Chip Banger Racing group. As like their little motto there. Bang the, what is it? Bang the chip and rip the lip. There you go. I like that. Let's good to see what we got. G.J. Boydell, Brandon Templeton now second, Connor Ross third, Nicholas Shell in fourth, Brian Moore Sr. fifth, Gary Taylor there in sixth, Kurt Shatner seventh, Roger Craig 8th, Bobby Good 9th, Steve Bixler 10th, Chris Forsyth 11th, John Rayner 12th. Nathan, folks, is admitted. Everybody's going to make it, but we always talk about is either one or two things you can do here. You can either use this as kind of a test session to see where the car is going to, better go on the track, or where you want to see if maybe you can make some passes, or you could try to get the best position, finish position, so you can get the best starting position in the feature.
Yeah, in the 305s, I think it's extremely important to get the best starting position you can, because as we've talked about all season, these cars are really hard to pass in.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, that is crucial. It's unlike with the 360s. Got a little bit more power, and then we talk about like the big blocks and the late models. All those cars have got power. You're able to slide a little bit more, but momentum is what kind of travels these 305s around this track.
Which, like I said, it does look like everybody's going to make it as we come green here.
Green flag, green flag.
At least that's a good feeling. Knowing you come into the B main, you're going to make the feature at least. So you got that shot. Why not go for it? And they do. We're side by side. Boydell, Templeton up front. They're 2x2 throughout the field.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some guys take some chances here, knowing that everybody makes the feature. It kind of opens the window for them to be a little more aggressive, because even if they have to start in the back of the pack, they're still starting in the feature, right? So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got Templeton out front. Boydell right there with him. Shell. They are battling on tooth and nail with some good slider side by side. Brian Moore Sr., Connor Ross and company. Here comes G.J. Boydell down on the inside, going to put it on a 3 wide. We thought about it for a minute. Who's that up top with him? Is that, sent into him, Gary Taylor. Look out, Shell. They're upside down. Hard hit.
Yeah, I don't think Greg knew that he was there. The way he kind of dove it in the corner there, I think he thought he was going to go high, and he ended up being in the middle.
And I've always said that once these cars start sliding up the track, you're already out of control with dirt. It's hard to control them anyways. Once they start getting that kind of out of shape and kind of heading to the track, it doesn't take much of a contact, and the guy's just there in wrong place, wrong time. Although I know that the guy getting hit doesn't like it, but yeah, and sometimes you're in the wrong place.
Yep, just kind of the wrong place, wrong time.
We got Templeton out front, still leading this one. Best battle right now is around about the mid-pack, mid-sixth place spot. That's Rayner, Craig, Ross and company. They're still side by side duking it out.
Yeah, I mentioned to Roger on one of the posts on Facebook that I was going to call him out every chance I could. So I think he's running right now. He's running 6, started 8. So told him I'd give him a shout out every time I saw him on the track.
As long as you don't wreck. Every time we start talking about him, getting him off good, next thing we know, boom. And right now he's 3 wide. Well, they're having a good tussle back there, and they've got the lap car, looks like, of who that is, but they have come up on him, and Oh, he's trying to get out of the way, but he ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looked like Boydell and one of the Moores, I think it might have been junior or senior, it was senior, got together on the back straightaway. And
two more cars got together. Two there puts Roger up to fourth already. Wow. That was Ross. So coming out of this one's going to be Templeton bringing it home for Scythe in second, Bixler in third. Craig going to bring it home in fourth, but some wild tanglement here. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to a few words from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, welcome back here, and I hope you enjoyed that. Just got a few little updates from some of the sponsors. Well, let's grid these guys up here because a man on pole tonight, Lane Snook, came out of his hiatus just a little bit there, a little bit of his vacation. Nicholas Vickery's going to start second. John Hine third. Blake Chapman there in fourth place. Randy Shreves fifth. Jeff Flero sixth. Jeffrey Barker seventh. Bob Everson in eighth. Zach Chapman in ninth. And Joe Canellis in 10th. Look through this field, folks. I tell you what, let's crank this thing up and get set for some racing here tonight.
Never
All right, folks. There you have it. We're going to get set here tonight. And if you haven't already, check out the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube, as we have got a lot of great action on Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday nights here. And definitely check them out on the YouTube side of it, as we're also live here on it tonight. And then check out the C2C Speed Shop. As always, when you give that driver of the week is they don't go really fast. Check them out. C2CRL.com for more information. As we're getting set to go. Feature time racing here tonight. It'll be a good one. Icon Sim Sports. Start to it.
Green flag.
Green flag. We're racing.
Caution, yellow flag.
Already caution out. Kurt Shatner. On the replay here, see what happened to Kurt. Kind of letting you hear those volumes of the cars a little bit. That's the Dylan from Dylan Westbrook Racing. Oh, just a little contact there between the two in the back, and now he's crab walking with that car. Trying to get him a fast fix. What's your strategy out there, Vic?
I didn't want to see that caution. You know, me being on the top side in second, you know, I had a good jump into turn one on Lane, who had to kind of stay down on the bottom. And, you know, now we're going to be single file, so have to get around them the old-fashioned way, you know, in the green. But I don't know.
I think you can do it.
The track seems slicker than it has been in the previous weeks, so maybe the racing line will change a little bit.
There you go. Got Snook out front. Victory right there in second. Getting set to go green.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag flies. Well, Snook gets a good jump out front. Wow. Dives it out front right now. See Vic hanging on to the second place. Got Hine right there tearing up the back end of Victory. Chapman along with him. Down low. Still going. You still got Victory hanging on the second board. Meanwhile, go back here in the back of the field a little bit. As you see Templeton, Canellis, Forsyth and company back there holding on to it. They're all nose to tail. Like Schatzer went into the pits. Greg back in the 16th place spot. Got the middle pack here. Got Falero hanging up top in front of him. Chapman seeing if he can't make some noise. He drips it down low for a moment. That brings Hines down low. Now they both go back up high. Well, Chapman says, I'm going to go back down low again. Hines going to stay up top. Bumps the wall just a little bit. Shreves is right behind him. He's got a front row seat to this battle. Well, Hines right now is doing everything he can to fight that car. It is slipping and sliding up top. Vic's got a little breathing room there in the second place spot along with Snook. Snook's trying that low line too. Chapman almost made the slide job work going through the turn down low. Couldn't make it complete. He's taking a slider line, scooting it down there. He's able to get alongside of him.
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag out. Had a big one in the back here. Don Rayner. Let's go back on the Malcolm Mills replay. Oh, a little contact. They hooked some tires. Next thing you know, parking lot between about 3 or 4 of them. Upside down. Wow. Well, like some of them guys are traveling down low a little bit there, Vic.
Yeah, I don't think the low line's going to be there for the whole race. I think it'll go away. You know, I'm already seeing Lane kind of move up a little bit and try different lines. But look, while we got a second, I do want to give a shout out to Jeff Kemper and his son. His son actually had open heart surgery
Oh, wow.
in Arizona and we did get an update today that he did wake up for a little bit. He ate some ice, so he's still resting. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that, or him and his family know that we're thinking about him, and just from a league, we want to reach out and say, hey, we're thinking about you, and there's definitely a lot of prayers sent. If prayers your thing, and thoughts if it isn't, we just want to make sure he knows that we're thinking about him.
Oh, absolutely, man. I hate to hear that. I always want to hear somebody that's having to go through anything like that. That's insane.
But obviously he posted about it last week, and everybody reached out and sent prayers, and we're just thinking about him, and it was good to hear today that he did come out of surgery, and there were no major issues in the surgery and stuff like that. So definitely good news on a
modern technology and medicine. You gotta love it. Single file restart. Snook out front.
Green flag.
Goes Vic. Right, gets those two good jump out front. Here comes Chapman back down low again though. And he's getting close to making that slide move work. On high. Problem he might run into now is he's got Vic. Got enough room, but it looks like he's going to hold down low. He's going to challenge for the second place spot. John falls back to third. Here comes Randy, or actually this is Jeff Flaro's taking the low line. Caution out. Nicholas Shell. Actually might be Shell and Roger Craig in the back. Back on the Malcolm Mills replay and see what happened. Oh, well, yes. Craig, upside down, taking a 747 machine for a flight. Let's go back on Craig, see what happened to him. Got checked up a little bit right there. Thought he hit the wall. Oh, looks like him and Moore Sr. just got together. Next thing you know, he took flight. Ouch.
Green flag.
All right, green flag. Snook gets that good jump out there. Chapman still down on that low line. He's going to battle it out with Vic here. Now Snook goes back up top, but Chapman's still glued to that bottom. He's found something down there he likes. He's not going to give it up as Hine falls back a little bit. Now you got Flero. So we got a two groove. This is the first time I've seen this in a while with the 305s. Normally, you know, so what me, John, Vic, and all talk about is this track, you know, might start off a little bit with the bottom and then it just gives up. But right now, you can still see the bottom lane actually working throughout, and that top lane may be struggling a little bit because you've got John up top. Now you got Shree right there in the middle. He's trying to make it 3 wide, so the best battle right now is around the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot. Still got Vic up there getting harassed by Blake down low. You also got Aiden Young coming up here. He's going to get in this party. Good side by side, and they almost made some contact. Trees comes storming through the door in the middle. Wasn't able to make it hold. Car around in the back. Caution out. Bixler. Let's go on the Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to him. He's up there banging the wall. Hopefully he don't get down there. Oh, and he gets down there and two guys get together. Bam. Done. All right, Nick. A low line. I don't know what Chapman's found, but he's found something.
Yeah, there for a few laps I was able to hold him off coming off turn 2 and get back around him on the backstretch. And once or twice I got loose and couldn't pull away from him, and he got me in 3 and 4 and just completed the pass. This late in the race, you start to see who kind of charges to the front, and he's definitely one of those guys. So,
absolutely. Definitely going to be interesting to see if that low line holds up. Do you think it's going to hold up the rest of the race?
I know it's only 3 laps left. I think maybe 3 laps left. He might could get up there and challenge Lane running that bottom, but I don't know. I look down there as we were on the caution, and I just don't see a whole lot down there. And me typically being a topside guy, maybe it's because I'm looking at it from a topside perspective, right? Because I prefer the top, but he whatever he's found down there, he's definitely making it work, because he wouldn't give me any space there. I mean, he wasn't crowding me or anything, but he was holding his line and it worked for him. So
there you go. Getting set. Green flag.
Green, green, green.
Have to move it out here. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, out front, Snook gets that good jump. Chapman right there in second. About to get ready to go here. Vic's hanging on to third, but man, Hines trying to move in on him. Gonna catch that white flag. They're both down low. White flag one more time. Vic hang on to the third place spot. Got Flero down low on him. Chapman is tearing up the back end out of turn 3 and 4. Chapman goes high, not going to be able to get it done. Snook's going to win it. It's going to be Chapman in second. Victory's going to hang on to third. Good finish to this one here. Really good finish. If we can't bring some of these guys up here and get a word with them. Can't find old Blake Chapman. Might have. There he is. Lane usually jumps up in here in a little bit, but we got third place man Vic, and we talked with you there, Vic, but you was able to hang on to third. What'd you learn out there with these 305s?
Yeah, I mentioned it about mid-race, but I feel like the track it wore in a lot differently tonight. Typically that middle line, there's a lot more grip there than there was tonight. So, I even ventured higher than I would typically. I was able to bring home a third, but I definitely don't think I had anything for Lane or Blake there at the end.
Absolutely so. Well, looked good though, like you said, out front. I mean, they would come home in third. That it's going to help you a little bit in the 360s.
Well, so typically I'm fast in the 360s. I've just got bad luck in the heat races.
Oh, you bad luck. Okay.
Right, well, coming from 17th to third, and then or 17th to second, and then I think I had to go to the back 24th last week, and ended up coming up to fourth or third. So I just got to be able to start up front or start closer to the front, and then not get involved in any contact, and I should be good.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good one out there tonight. I mean, you got anybody you want to thank, though, for coming home in third here?
Yes, sir. So Spartan Racing #1, it's a good group of guys. We're doing pretty good this season, so look forward to continuing that. SBGC 3D Printing, if anybody out there needs any 3D printing work, definitely go check those guys out on Facebook. VMR Wraps, if anybody out there needs a wrap, come check us out on Facebook at VMR Wraps. Miriam Auto Spa, my wife for letting me do this. Roger and Preston for putting everything on, keeping everything straight, and then of course you for putting on a great show for everybody.
Well, as always, there you go, third place man Nicholas Vickery. Let's bring up our second place guy, Blake Chapman, who found something on that low line. Blake, Joe Wade in the booth. You got
I got you, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, you had that low line working. You found something down there that nobody else could find out.
Yeah, I was kind of struggling to get around those guys there in front of me, so I'm like, yeah, might as well try something new. And I went down there and I realized if I could hit it just perfectly, I could really get a good run, but I had to hit it perfectly. And I did it there for quite a few laps, but just didn't have enough time to catch Snook.
Well, I tell you what, you was able to get up there, get in second place here tonight. Anybody you want to thank here for that awesome run to the front?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents, grandparents, Steve Bixler, everybody who watches and supports. I got to thank everybody at Wide Open Motorsports and Trent Verstraeten for running with me tonight. And I got to thank all our sponsors, BB7 Setups, Giddings Mobile Repair, and Stevenson Family Performance. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Joe.
There you go, second place man, rumbling it up to the front side here, looking very strong with this guy. First night back, first win here. Lane, you waiting to booth, guy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you what, the first night back here at Hometown Heroes, and we're in the cool race coast to coast victory lane, and you was able to get on pole, stay out front. How was the car feeling?
I felt pretty good on the bottom of 1 and 2, especially. The top of 3 and 4 is a little not my type, but I like the bottom at this track, not the top like normal.
Well, you was able to make the bottom work there a couple times. Chapman was able to make it work a couple times. Now, how you feeling? Are you going to be in the 360s here in a little bit?
Yeah, we'll be able to probably be up on the fence in this one.
But that's my thing. So it's definitely going to be a different night and day feel of the car. But hey, you rumbled it out front there. Was able to bring it home here tonight. Got anybody you want to thank for an awesome finish and win?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Velocity Designs, Vanderbilt Racing, Jesse Brandon, Goldner Moonin, Lacey, Fitzy, Dirt Doctor Trucking, Bio.com, Powerhouse Motorsports, Wagman Brothers, you guys for the broadcast, C2C Racing League, Universal Settlement Service, Japan Howard Associates, Keystone Alliance, KKP, Keystone Holding Products, Fox Speeds Again, Mexican Ridge Beef Farm, Snoop Boot Designs, Old Hatching, and Fitzy's Perfect Photography.
There you go. You have it. The first night back there, Lane Snook, young man putting it in victory lane. Folks, don't go anywhere because we got more exciting racing action. We'll be right back here in a few.
Coolray has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians. that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, folks, we're back here, and now we got our 360 wing sprints here tonight, and let's kick off our pre-race show here at SBGC3D.com. That's right, Tom Taylor and company. If you've not checked out any of his 3D work, check him out at SBGC3D.com. He has definitely been at it since 2016, so he definitely knows what he's doing. Check out SBGC3D.com. Well, the 305s, Nick, were very interesting, to say the least. Lane was out front, but we saw something we hadn't saw all season. The low line was starting to work.
Yeah, it was really interesting because they were running right in the middle of the slick, from my perspective, and I'm moving all over the track trying to find grip, and those guys just, for lack of a better term, they just pulled away. They definitely found something, both him and Lane. I know Lane was doing a little bit more searching than I think Chapman was, but they definitely brought it home and brought it home in a way we hadn't seen all year.
Well, absolutely. As that pulls us over here to Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session, check out the Coast to Coast Racing League on YouTube at the Racing Network, that is, on YouTube. Every Sunday, Preston Cranmer, Roger Craig. They give you some highlights of what's going on in the league and what's going on around the world of the C2CRL.com Coast to Coast Racing Leagues. So we'll put this thing out here on Quick Time. Some definitely fast cats last time. John Hine puts it up front. See, these cars, folks, are a little bit quicker. 1397. Stephen Goldner there at second with a 1402 right now. Anybody else going to knock John off that pedestal? Yep, here comes Chapman. Oh, I'll tell you what, that Chapman guy is bad fast when it comes to wing sprints. But a 1390, 700s faster. Flaro with a 1390, but it's some thousandths of a second. Actually, it looks like it was 6 thousandths of a second separating between the two. Wow. That's close.
All right, sir, I am ready.
Let's ride along with Vic here, and he's going to give us an idea on these 360s, what these guys are going to be in store for.
So I'm 0 for 1 so far tonight in my predictions for where the track is going to go for the feature. But I do feel a little bit of confidence in knowing that this one's going to be on the top. Every race here so far this season, the top side's been pretty dominant late race. I didn't check the car count here for the race, but either way, the tracks are wearing pretty good, and there should be, I think there'll be two lane racing in the beginning, and then you might see some guys starting to move to the top. But as far as things to look out for on the track, obviously it's always going to be the walls here at Eldora. There's a couple places that it sticks out. The big one going into turn one is making sure that when you're coming into the corner, you don't clip that when you're trying to run the bottom. If you do, shoot you up the track and in front of everybody else, and definitely could end your night as well as other people's. And then another place to look is right here on the backstretch where it says Eldora. It juts out right there, and if you're not careful, when you're trying to get a good entry into turn 3 and 4, you can actually grab that wall, and if you grab it hard enough, it'll force you to ride the wall all the way around, and you lose all your momentum, and you lose typically quite a few track positions. So definitely something to look out for tonight.
Well, that pulls us over to Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. 37 years of 360 wing sprint action as we're getting set to see some 360 wing sprints out here. Our heat race number 1. Check them out at EmpireSuperSprints.com and on Facebook and Twitter. Some awesome work that those guys do. As out front, Nicholas Vickery is going to start it on pole with Brian Dickens there in second, Trent Verstraeten in third, Blake Chapman fourth, G.J. Bordell in fifth, Nathan Aldridge sixth, Stephen Bixler seventh, Nicholas Shell in eighth, and Aiden Young in the ninth place. And also tonight, folks, is JC Accounting and Payroll Service Night. Let me give you a little insight on JC Accounting and Payroll Service. They're located in Brownsburg, Indiana. helped out a multitude of clients across the country since 2005. You've got any needs for accounting, tax preparation, or customized payroll, want to contact Janet Collins. Got a telephone number too, and I guess I could give that out. Give it to me. So it's 317-517-1296 for some personal one-on-one consultation. And Janet is also the wife of Roy Collins, one of our drivers out here. And he should be here tonight's what it said. Awesome, man. So JC Accounting, service night tonight, all night long. Definitely, I will give you some more information about them as the night goes on. Green flag, race 1, Victory and Company, out front. Dickens there with them. Looking strong. Straighten, Chapman. You already got a 2x2 battle. Straighten, Dickens, door to door, or actually wheel to wheel. Down the inside with Straighten's there with it. Along with Dickens, you got Chapman behind him. Chapman's hanging on the top 4. Boydell right in the 5th place spot. Look out, Boydell down low too. These wing 360s got a little bit more slide to them. They're able to get it going down there on the bottom lane. Where those 305s earlier, they didn't have the slide. They're more momentum oriented. Right now with Straighten's trying that kind of low line. He's going to get down there with Dickens. Vic's trying the middle lane for right now. Uh-oh. Battle for 3rd and 4th. Chapman pulls it up, though. He's in that 4th and final transfer spot. He said, I want more. Behind him, Boydell says, y'all keep battling. I'll get up here and sneak up and take one of them away from you. Then you got Nathan Aldridge. He's in this one. He was in the first. He wasn't in the first one, the 305. He was in the 360. Boydell's there. Tucks it down low to the inside. And up top. There's Verstraeten again, so still a top 4. Victory, Dickens, Chapman, Verstraeten. All in a single file lane. We're riding here with Boydell. Then you see what he sees out in his front. He's trying to work over the back end of Verstraeten. Our heat race 1 here. Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. Get everybody tuning in. Let us know where you're at. We're here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube. NOSR Network on Facebook as the checkered flag flies. Good heat race there in 1. It's heat race 2, Super Dirt Car Series. Your premier big block supercar series, that is, from the northeast side of things, from Florida to Canada. Check them out and visit the Super Dirt Car Series for the ground-pounding, earth-shattering sounds of the big blocks here. But out front, you got Connor Ross, Lane Snook starting in 2nd, Stephen Goldner there in 3rd, Jeff Flair in 4th, Bob the Good 5th, Roy Collins in 6th. Remember Roy Collins, part of that JC Accounting. Mike Kremer 7th, and Jay Rayner there in 8th. So did you learn anything on that heat race, Vic?
Yeah, I think in the heat races it's going to be around the middle. You might see some guys venturing up towards that real dark dirt, kind of about middle of the track, right there where the pace truck is right now. Name of the game so far in the 360s is to keep the car as straight as you can and not let it slide out coming up off the corner.
Absolutely. So here we go. There, heat race number 2. What do you expect? Later on, do you think that low line's going to come in like it did last time?
It really depends on how the track wears in through the heat races and the consolation. Even in our heat race, there was a big change in the track. There wasn't really any slick spots when we started, and now if you look at the track, there's pretty much a slick ring in both corners. So I think the track's going to wear out pretty quick.
Green flag, green flag.
But
absolutely, green flag flies. Here we go. We got Lane already taking it out front in this one. But he's got Flaro down low. That low line works. Little contact. Had the slide job on him. That's probably what you got to do with that low end.
Yeah, with the track the way it is right now, everybody's carrying a lot of speed, so you try to throw it in there, and I think Lane might throw it here on Connor. No, he kept it low, and you see the Connor and Falero get that good run coming off the corner.
Lane said earlier he likes the low line more than anything, and if he can make it work, he'll stay down there. But boom, he got up in there, and that's just not what you wanted to see. Oh, just got a little bit too close for comfort, and those two cars got together. Ouch.
Yeah, that's really good, really good for Connor Ross. He's got about a straightaway lead now on Bob DeGood, and then Bob DeGood's got about a straightaway lead on John Rayner, who's running third right now.
DeGood, Rayner, and Collins is going, we'll take it.
I think there's only 3 cars on the track right now.
Well, Collins is actually...
Oh, no, Collins came back out. He's on the backstretch.
Yeah, but he stopped.
Well, depending on how all those other cars, depending on how their repair times are.
Right.
Collins right now is in 4th, so he's qualified. Looks like Mike Kramer's coming back out, so looks like they're running. Let me see what lap they're on.
Yeah, I'm with you. It could depend on the lap. Kramer could leapfrog Collins if he's got enough time.
Yeah, it looks like he's about 4 laps down,
and
so I don't know if he'll have enough time.
Hope he did. Kramer puts it in 4th place. White flag. No, Falero's in 4th. Back out. How does that work? Okay, because he's not as many laps down. Falero's 4. And he hangs on to the front. What a crazy finish to this one here, folks. Wow.
Yeah, that's a little abnormal there.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who came in the 4th place spot there. That was kind of flipping around at the end, but that'll bring us up into heat race number 3. The world of sprint cars. I want to say the world of sprint car for some reason, but it's the World of Sports podcast. Oh, come out, relax, laugh, just have a good old time. Check out Mike and Rod as they dive into the crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sports, and check them out online at the World of Sports podcast. Jeffrey Barker, Brian Moore Sr. sitting in 2nd, Zach Chapman 3rd, John Hine 4th, Joe Canellis 5th, Gary Taylor in 6th. You got Barry Goldner 7th, and Roger Craig there in 8th, and we'll see if this heat race is as crazy as the last one.
Yeah, for a little while there was 3 or 4 cars out there, and only taking 4. It just goes to show you, even if you get wrecked out, you definitely still need to come out as long as iRacing lets you, because you never really know what's going to happen. I think Falero towed to the pits and was able to come back out and ended up clinching that 4th spot.
And Collins actually was running. Even though he was crab walking, it probably would have been better for him to just have stayed on out.
Yeah, because he would have put more laps between him and all the guys that were still in the pits.
Absolutely. Yeah. And at a certain point, because Falero was, 4 laps down?
Yep.
At a certain point, 4. He would have... then he could have came in the pits and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yep, exactly.
So that's kind of where you got to be, that a relative type of thing there. Kind of weird where everybody else
Green
is.
green flag.
Here we go, green flag. Race number 3. We've got Barker and Brian Moore Sr. out front already battling. John Hine trying to hang on that final transfer spot.
Yeah, if you notice, they're running 2 really, really distinct lines. The top side's going to have, one crazy run coming off the corner. But the guys on the bottom are able to dive it in a little bit deeper and carry their momentum in the first half. But so far, the top side is prevailing in the 2-lane battle.
It is, and we saw that a lot throughout the season. Right now, Senior out front. You've got Hines sitting in 2nd. Battles on for that final transfer spot. That's Taylor and Barker. Those 2 guys are going at it. Meanwhile, like Canellis is behind back there. Barker up top.
Yeah, it looks like Barker's married to that bottom.
Yeah. Actually, Taylor's up top. Barker's down bottom. I bet. I'm switched.
Yeah, if I'm Barker, I got to be looking to fall in line somewhere, and just maybe hope that some of the guys in front of you get together. It's kind of like the NASCAR stuff, if you're stuck on the bottom and the fast line's the top side, you're just really kind of hung out to dry.
Oh, absolutely. You see it time and time again. Battle for the lead. Here comes Hine to the inside. He's going to try it. It's a little close, slides up the track. Don't want to lose that momentum, but he puts the slide job move, and that's how you make it work. As long as he doesn't lose the momentum, crisscross back. Senior's going to be able to make it work. Back on him. Oh, punched him in the back a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like John's going to throw it in there again, coming off turn 4. Now they're almost 3 wide coming off the corner.
Oh, let's see if the momentum holds up here. Moore Senior might have made. Oh, and then he drove it in too hard. Wow, got right in the back of Moore Senior. Chapman, no, almost got it. Senior had it the last one. Taylor, Chapman, and Canellis going to hang on to the Ford. What a wild heat race that was. That was exciting. That's almost what you got to do. That puts us into our B main. Yep. Chip Banger Racing, B main that is. If you've not checked out the Chip Banger Racing, them boys love this is like banging the lip. Something else on. I got it. Banging the chip, ripping the lip. There you go. I'll get their slogan right eventually. First time me seeing who they are. So everybody should make it here, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they're taking 12 to the feature. So 2, 4, 6, 8,
There's 13.
10,
Oh, somebody might go
11,
home.
12. It's like 12. I don't think John Hine has gridded up yet.
Oh, is he mad?
I don't know. You know, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about and what he always talks about. You know, is reward versus risk.
What is that? The word he uses is greed. Get greedy as a driver. and John, I know he's probably out there listening, going, I know, that was right, but I'm still mad. Got a little greedy there at the end. I mean, because he was in the show, and you know. So.
Yeah, you know, sitting up here in the booth, it's a lot easier for us to say that, you know, but even me when I'm in the car, you know, you're trying to get everything you can, you know, even if it's a heat race or a consolation, you want to win the thing.
And you do, that's a racer's mentality, and I say that a lot too. I always say, you know, even though he says that, it's still a racer's mentality. You want to win, and if you think you've got a great shot at winning, you go for it. And, yeah, obviously you don't want to put yourself in a bad position, but here's what we've seen all race and probably about all season long is it's tough to make that move work on the bottom. And if you are able to get that slide job, you lose so much momentum doing it. You normally, when you slide up there to the guy, the other guy's reaction, if he can't get down, turn to the left fast enough, he's going to bump you. And that's basically what happened there. I mean, two guys racing for the lead. If Senior took the slide job, got up front, the momentum killed. Hine came there, and this closing rate is just so much here as we go green.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where you almost have to anticipate what the other guy's going to do, and if you anticipate wrong, you're either going to lose your momentum coming off the corner, or you're going to kind of do what happened there. It looks like
wow, Roger Craig upside down, getting tumbling, or somebody else going up. That's Aiden Young. They doing a barrel roll down the back stretch back there. Wow. But we talk about it week in and week out. These cars, you get hooked up with the tires, and guess what? Boom. Now with the 360, you're able to make that slide job move that we saw earlier a little bit easier, but it still kills your momentum. We go back to what they were doing. You know, the 360 has the power, and again, right there, Snook gets a little bit of contact. Drops him back, but you're able to make these sliders work a little bit better because you have the power in these cars.
Yep, that's what I was going to say is, you know, when you throw a slider in the 360s, the car doesn't fall on its face in the back half of the corner. Whereas in the 305s, you know, you have to throw it in there so hard to clear the guy that your car just doesn't have the get up and go that it does in the 360s.
You see what Goldner just did right there. Now, he was able to maintain out front, but you just saw, even when he did out front, how much the guy behind him closed up on him because it just kills the momentum. But that's what you're able to do in these 360s as opposed to the 305s. Make that slide move and a slide job work. Just sling it in there and hope she sticks, basically.
Yeah, which, from a driver's perspective, I feel more comfortable with guys throwing sliders in the 360 than I do the 305, because in the 360s, I know there's enough power for them to drive deep enough in the corner that they're going to clear my nose. But, and it doesn't matter who it is, not good or bad guys, everybody in the 305s. It's just so hard to gain that much momentum to clear them in the corner. So I definitely think the 360s breed a little bit better racing, even on a slick track, because you got guys that are making sure they clear you before sliding up.
And then even like what you just said right there, when they make that slide job, then it's up to you to be able to react, because you know that you're going to gain back on them. And you're hoping that maybe there's a little bit enough gap that you're able to make that in time and you're not so close. You've got to move here. Looks like Barker's going to fly down the inside, not going to make the pass. It's all G.J. Boydale in this one, though, as that's a good run here for our B main tonight. Folks, don't go anywhere. Get a few words from some of our sponsors here.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today, we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, back here, and we're getting set here to grid them up tonight. That's right. Nicholas Victory puts it out front. But you've got Connor Ross going to start there in second. Brian Moore Sr. third. Brian Dickinson fourth. Bob DeGood fifth. Gary Taylor in sixth. Blake Chapman in seventh. John Rayner in 8th, Zach Chapman in 9th, and Trent Verstraeten rounds out the top 10. Let's get set. We're going about to turn these babies up. 360 wing sprints here, folks. We go. Get set. About to hit the loud pedal on them. 360 wing sprints here tonight. If you've not checked it out, check us out tonight here at Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube. Check out the C2C Speed Shop at c2crl.com for more information. Pace trucks in as we're set to race here on our feature tonight. We can hear them right there. Loud sound of the motors here from Dylan Westbrook Racing. Crank it up style sound. Well, battle for the lead. Connor Ross looking on the inside. Well, slides a whole victory in the wall. Got up our risk versus reward sometimes. Battle's on behind him though. 3 wide. Flero takes it down on the inside. Dickens there in the middle. Chapman up top. Tearing up that wicked side cushion. Roger Craig around in the back. Let's go back on the Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to him. Oh, a little tire contact. He slowed down right there. The next thing you know, somebody else got involved and they sunk his battleship. He's upside down. Hard lick. All right, Vic. Got a wall a little bit there. Slowed your momentum up.
Yeah, you know, it kind of goes back to the live or die by the high side, and that time I died, so have to kind of reset and try to find my rhythm and just kind of sit back in it and see how the chips fall. You know, Connor's
you gonna try that low
looked
line?
like he's making a. No, I'm not.
I mean, it looks like it's working. That's why I was asking you. So it looks like it's working.
Yeah, no, I can't run the bottom save my life. You know, if the top goes away, I'm like a duck on land. I ain't much good at nothing. So
we got a feature here tonight, folks. Definitely, it's our JC Accounting and Payroll Service night here tonight. If you've not checked out JC Accounting and Payroll Service, check them out online. Janet Collins will definitely get you fixed up. If you're looking for anything for accounting, tax preparation, or customized payroll, check out JC Accounting, Payroll, and actually, Roy Collins, one of the main drivers. That's his wife, Janet, runs it. Kate Collins been out here tonight. Collins right now back in the 20th spot right there. We'll go shout out if Janet, you watching? Job. County in a good field. A lot of these broadcaster guys might need some of that after next year. So there we go. Green flag. Got Ross out front. Chapman there on the bottom. Victory up top. Remember, Victory said he's going to live and die by that high side. He said if they make the low line work, he's just going to be a rock in water and just fall. And right now they are making it work. And here comes Flero back behind him. But meanwhile, Vic's going to battle back on that high side over Chapman. As Ross is taking off up front, Vic takes back that second spot. Caution out. Nicholas Shell around. Let's go to Malcolm Mills replay. See what happened to old Nicholas. He is side by side. And the car just slid up there. Well, somebody slid up beside him and Next thing you know, he's tumbling down the back stretch. You was able to get that spot back, Nick?
No, iRacing gave it back to Blake.
Wow, they cheated.
I was coming across the line when the caution came out. So.
They did you wrong.
I have to send them a protest.
Man. Well, don't feel bad. At least, and actually we were having this conversation because the guy asked me, said, at least our cautions are coming out right. Last night I did a race, and I'm going to tell you what, iRacing's caution system here lately has just been, I think the flag man either is going to the restroom at the wrong time or eating a hot dog or something, falling asleep at the flag stand, because we had a guy spun on the track, was sitting on the track, no caution. Another guy, all he did was slide a little bit, wasn't even 90 degrees, and the caution came out. And it was just some weird stuff. I mean, but then one guy said, well, does that happen on dirt? I said, no, usually when they wreck, and they tear stuff up. Yeah, usually when they hit something, it's the flag man don't catch that one. Something's wrong with them.
I know. Look, in the 305 race, I had a pretty big pucker moment because I had gone to the bottom and throw a slide, run the slider line, and there was 3 cars flipped over in 3 and 4 when I come off. I was like, whoa. But
yeah, that'll wake you up on the track. Single file, looks like. I give you any advice for the start? Dive down the inside of the Chapman. Just send it. That's what they all say. Green flag. Well, Ross gets a good jump out front. Chapman down low, and Vic's going to go right up on that high side, but here comes Falero down low on him. That low line's been working all night long. Here comes Dickens with him too. As Chapman up high, caution out, Stephen Goldner. Oh, see what happened to old Stephen Goldner here at the Malcolm Mills replay. Up top on the cushion. Oh, he just climbs the wall. He said I wasn't going high enough. I'm going to try to go higher.
Yeah, that'll get you here in these open wheel cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't really have too much trouble that last season at Hometown Heroes. You didn't have a wall.
yeah.
Kind of took it off there and fishing.
If you asked too much of the track, it was going to show you who was boss.
Absolutely. And Eldora, for the most part, is a highline style track, but I know iRacing redid some of the surface stuff. Took out some of the bumps here. I know that kind of, I lack of a better word, kind of irritated some of the dirt guys here because they said that's what kind of made this track a little bit. Mm-hmm. Kind of smoothed it out. And the reasoning behind is obviously to make multi-groove. Now, we are seeing a little bit more multi-groove than what we normally would here, though.
Yeah, a lot of guys are running the bottom, and I think it was Blake last race, made the bottom work, so.
You got Falero right there behind him, so you need to watch out. He loves that bottom lane, too. Dickens running with him. Lights off on the pace truck. We're here tonight for our Hometown Heroes. That's right, Cool Ray's Coast to Coast Racing League Hometown Heroes. And check out all your information at C2CRL.com. Connor Ross out front gets that jump. Boy, look at Vic tearing up the back tail tank there of Chapman. And meanwhile, Falero says, y'all do that. I'm going down low to see if I can't just shoot on by both of you. He's going to try it. Dickens is there. Meanwhile, behind them, you've got Chapman, Moore Sr. in a battle for about 6th, 7th, and 8th place spot. You've got battles all over the track here for the moment. Vickery is trying to hang on to that 3rd place. Falero now has to step it back behind him. Still going to hold down low. Here comes Lane Snook back. Wow, he got caught up in a mess early in the race. And now he's up there in 5th, making that low line rumble. Makes the pass. He's going to get up here and see if he can't do anything before time runs out on him. No, Falero might not get out of his way. Big wreck in the back. Uh-oh. Roy Collins, Taylor Hine, all involved with that one. Let's see what happened. Oh, Roy, unfortunately involved in this one here. Oh, not on his own. Car came down into him, smashed. Wow. Where'd he go? And then look in that rearview mirror. Snook's coming.
Yeah, I think if you could run the bottom.
Now, why can't you run the bottom? Tell us why you can't run it.
I don't know. I
mean, you just don't like the bottom? Is that just you just don't feel comfortable down there, or what?
Yeah, I mean it's so temperamental. You know, I've made passes and stuff on the bottom, and it's so temperamental and it's so unforgiving. And you know, I mean, people could say the same thing about the top. You know, with the wall, but I just feel like I can run the top better and I'm faster up top than I am on the bottom. So I don't know though. I mean, on both restarts, flares pulled to my door. So
well, now
it's definitely.
I like what you said there. You said you like staying at the top. A lot of these guys might say, Nick, so far the bottom's faster than. and you know, and it is kind of strange because I usually I'm with you on that one. You know, everybody goes up the top side. It just seems like tonight, for some reason, the bottom's working, and we've not really seen a lot of it, but in these 360s, these guys have been able to throw those slider jobs down low. So let's see what happens if we go single file. Pace trucks in. Boss going to get that good jump out front. He loves it. Chapman there in second. Now Vic says, you know what? I'm going to try it. Why not? Not going to work. Flero's like, hey, you're in my lane. Flero's there, but here comes Snook, says, well, you two just battle it out for a while. I'm going up high now. And he did. Caution out. Uh-oh. Joe Canellis around. Let's go back on the Malcolm Mills replay. See what happened to Joe Canellis. Canellis right there. Oh! Nowhere to go. Two cars in front of him. Upside down. Wow. Well, you tried the inside.
Yeah, I got saved by the caution there. You know, Fleur got underneath me coming off turn 4 and going into turn 1, the caution come out. So back to the top side I go.
Hey, you got to try sometime, see if it's going to work. I mean, you know, and Snook back there going, okay, you guys are going to hang out down on the bottom. I'm going up to the top. But been a good one here in the feature so far. And like I said before, hey, check out that JC accounting and payroll service night to night here. As got Janet Collins, and unfortunately, old Roy Collins earlier got caught up in an incident, but still out there trucking around. Check out old JC accounting and payroll. All your accounting, customized payroll, tax preparation. Tax time coming around soon.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it.
Absolutely. Some love it, some don't.
Yeah, I tend to lean more towards the side of don't.
Me too.
For legal purposes, I do file my taxes though.
Yeah.
Gotta clarify that.
I gotta file mine. Even though it's on a whole different thing, it still gets filed, so there you go. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All right, pace trucks in.
Green flag.
Old Ross all night long. Got that good start. Up top, Chapman, Vic, down low, Flero, and Snook. I'm curious to what Snook is going to do back here because Flero's taking his line, won't give up that inside. Doesn't look like he's running as good up top because now it looks like Dickens is going to sling down on the bottom. He's got to figure something out in these closing laps. Right now, Flero's there with him, and oh, we got mayhem in the back. Car's upside down, and finally got a caution. It started with Brian Dickens. It got Trent Straightening Company. That was a big one. But a Malcolm Mills replay. Boom! Straight to send it in and caught Dickens, and then from there, nobody was safe. The whole track was closed. Piling in. Dominoes. All right, so far we got Vic.
Top side to die.
Hey, there you go.
You know, no doubt the bottom's fast. You know, it's keeping up with the top side really without problem. But the thing about the bottom is, you know, I noticed in the relative that time that it looked like Falero might have lost a lot of momentum coming off turn 4 there and right before the caution come out. So as long as you can keep it out of the wall on top, I think you'll do okay. But you know, and it kind of goes back to what we've talked about week in and week out. You know, with in lane situation, you know, in order to pass cars, you have to go where cars aren't. You know, even if that's not your preferred line.
Right. And so, it just slowed him down. When he went up there to that top side, he could just see he was not making up the ground. But obviously, Falero's not going to get rid of that low line for him.
Yeah, no, Falero's making the bottom work for sure. You know, it seems like every time coming off the corner, my spotter yells car low. So,
and that's frustrating as a driver. You know, you talk about it a lot, but it's not the place of Falero to get out the way. It's the place of Snook and the guy behind you to find a way around you. And we'll have to see if he's able to snook his way around the top side. Going single file here. Man, it's loving these single file starts, so his pace truck's in. That man Connor Ross, because he gets a good jump on the field. Green flag, Chapman and Victory goes up top. Falero back down low. Now you can see Snook sneaking to the high side. Now he goes kind of the middle. That might be his saving grace as Falero tried to get up there and make a block. As Falero run up into the back end of a lap car. I don't know if that's going to benefit Snook or not, or enough. Didn't slow him up enough. They're side by side. Yes, it did. It actually got him around. Wow. But the lap car was just trying to hold his line, get out of the way. Those guys were 3 wide. Snook was able to hang on. Now he's going to set his sights on, well, the top 3 nose to tail. What do you do here as a driver? Oh, Vic crams the wall a little bit. Loses that momentum. I want to let Snook have the top side. Yellow flag out. John Rayner. Back on the Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to him. Rayner right there in the middle. Oh, he just slid and lost it, and then the blinking car took him out. Took him and Craig. The car just came out of nowhere. Well, Vic, y'all were nose to tail. Clipped the wall a little bit there, so maybe that caution kind of helped you, because here comes Snook once you clip that wall.
Yeah, I got saved by the caution again. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But we were kind of all under a blanket there, and it's not really a whole lot you can do. We're really playing follow the leader with the way the track state is right now. You know, I think Connor was trying to run the bottom in 3 and 4 into a slider line, and then he moved up, and we're all really just nose to tail.
Are you basically sitting back there hoping that Chapman and Ross does what maybe Hine and Senior did earlier with the crisscross moves?
I'm hoping that Connor Ross gets a good restart and I can slide Blake Chapman in 3 and 4.
Okay.
That's
well, I mean, when y'all were nose to
know.
tail, I was looking at that's what I was thinking. Maybe Chapman was setting Ross up for.
Yep.
To maybe sling that thing in there hard, like you know John and them were doing earlier, and obviously you saw how that went, and then maybe it could benefit you as long as you don't get caught up into nothing. Like I said before, that closing rate closes up so fast if you're really close, but it kind of looked like what he was setting up for there. Well, I'd say how this restart goes. Pace truck's in.
Green flag, green flag.
Ross gets a good jump. Nick says he's going to try it up top. Well, he's got Snook there on his back end, though. Remember, Snook does love that low line, but here comes Falero. Falero says, hey, I'm still down here. Top 4, all to top side. Good top side run. Here comes Lane Snook to the bottom. He lost a little bit of momentum as the caution comes out. Yellow flag. Cranmer. Make Cranmer around. Let's go back on the Malcolm Mills replay. Oh, he got a little contact up top. And he barrel rolls. Well, it looked like Snook was setting up down on that low line, but he lost a little traction as soon as he turned down there.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was coming, so going into 3 and 4 that time before the caution come out, I was going to run the middle slider, so I was going to enter in the middle, knowing that he was on the bottom to try to block some of his momentum to slide up in front of me. And that's the thing about throwing a slider with the track shape the way it is right now, is typically when you throw a slider, you want some kind of grip to kind of catapult you into the backside of the corner. And right now, there's not a whole lot of that. So if you pull down and your car's not straight and you get a little bit sideways, you're going to lose really all your momentum to be able to throw it.
Well, let's see if we can hang on then. Been all Ross out front in this one. Got Chapman sitting in second. Nichols Victory there in third, and Lane Snook in fourth. Green flag. Well, everybody's nose to tail. Old Vic got a little bit slippery right there. Now Snook got caught up in the middle. He's got to handle Flaro, who's trying to take that third place spot away from him. White flag one more time. Won't matter what happens. These guys, man, can destroy the track. Vic's just got to hang on one more time. He's going to protect the inside lane, and 3 and 4 out of it, and he's going to get it done. Bring it home in third. Connor Ross, the man winning it here tonight. Blake Chapman, second place. Good finish for him. Awesome run for the 360s here. Some of these guys up here and get a word with them. Oh, some good racing here, folks. Don't like this dirt style racing? I don't know what else we can do for you. It's some awesome stuff happening. Be down here at the bottom, so down here by himself in a wide open joint. And Connor Ross. Ross, I think, is part of Spartan, so he'll be jumping over here in a minute. Well, we got third place man Vic up here. Vic is able to hang on.
Yeah, you know, I would have liked to have seen it go a little bit more green flag runs. You know, it wasn't bad. It was good racing. You know, it was kind of all over the track, and it's really what you want to see from somebody spectating. You know, you don't want to see a one-lane track and everybody following the leader. So it should be a good broadcast to go back and rewatch.
Oh, absolutely. Some good racing, good strategy up front. You came home at third. You got anybody want to thank for a good finish, though?
Yes, sir. Spartan Racing #1, SBGC 3D printing. If anybody out there needs any 3D printing stuff done, definitely go check out Tom Taylor at SBGC 3D printing on Facebook. VMR, if anybody out there needs a wrap, come check us out on Facebook at VMR eWraps. Mirror Image Auto Spa, my wife for letting me do this. Roger and Preston for keeping everything together, and then of course you for calling the show.
Well, I tell you what, it was a good one here tonight. That's third place man there. As let's bring this guy up here, Blake Chapman. Blake, Joanne the Booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
I tell you what, 2 for 2 here tonight. It's looking good so far. How was that line? Is with anything you could have done to get up there to get near Ross?
Joe, to be honest with you, I thought I was a little bit faster than he was. We just never got enough runs in. It was caution after caution, which is really frustrating, but I never could get a run and get around him. But credit to Connor, it's a really tough track to screw. You can screw up really easily on this track, and he never did. He never gave me the opportunity to pass him, so kudos to Connor on the win.
How bad was those single file restarts? Were they hurting you?
Yeah, I really think they were, because double file, him starting on the inside, I can get the jump on the outside. Those are really killing me, but you know, something you got to live with.
Hey, I tell you what, still got a fast machine. Came home second here. You got anybody want to thank for an awesome finish?
Yeah, first I want to thank all my supporters, parents, grandparents, Steve Bixler, everybody that watches these broadcasts. I got to thank my team, Wide Open Motorsports, and our sponsors, BB7 Setups, Giddings Mobile Repair, and Stevenson Family Performance. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Joe.
Tell you what, there's second place man Blake Chapman bringing it home and a good finish. So this guy Connor Ross had the field under control here tonight. Connor, is everybody in the booth? Got me? Got me?
Yep. Do you got me?
I got you. Well, I tell you what, Connor, was good run out there. How was the car feeling, man? You put in victory lane here tonight.
I'm good, considering I haven't been on iRacing quite I ran a few shows, but other than that, I missed a bunch, so I wasn't really expecting to come out here and do anything, but I guess I surprised myself.
Well, I know you kind of broke up on a lot of it. We got most of it, though. And I tell you, if the part you said about I haven't been on iRacing, but then to come out here and dominate like you have, well, that's probably put some fear in some of the other drivers when you do get back out here because you were bad fast and put a victory lane. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome win?
Yeah, I've got. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, I've got to thank Young Gun Creations, Burger Barn, Petro Plus Travel Stop, Retail Design Group, Coast to Coast Racing Leagues for putting this on. Joe, yourself for broadcasting these events. I got to thank Nicholas Vickery and Blake Chapman for putting up one hell of a fight because that was also pretty fun. But other than that, just got to thank everyone.
I tell you what, like you said, awesome run, awesome finish. There's your winner tonight in the 360s. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got some more racing action coming up here.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, welcome back here, folks. Now we got the mighty midgets out here. That's right, the dirt midgets here tonight. A little special event here for our hometown heroes. Vic, you came in third in those 360s. How's it feeling?
Felt pretty good. The track, like we've been saying all night, is wearing in a little bit different than it has previously. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how these. We not a lot of, or at least I don't have any experience, a lot of experience with these cars. So I don't know. I'll probably be a back runner tonight, and I'm trying VR. So if you see me all over the track and I make contact with you, I apologize.
Man,
doing
on track
everything I
already.
can do doing everything I can do to keep the car straight.
Hey, there you go. Definitely a wild one. Well, SBGC 3D printing pre-race show here. And if you've not checked out Tom Taylor and their printing, check them out at sbgc3d.com. We're going to move it over here to our Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. Got Roger Craig, Preston Cranmer every Sunday on the Coast to Coast Racing Network there. Check out the Pit Stop Podcast. Who's going to put it on the quick time for these midgets out here tonight? Some of these things rumble out here. Rum, rum, rum. Sound effects might be a little off, folks, but hey, right. Actually, these might go more like me. Oh no, these might have V8s in them. I think they got 4 cylinders.
Yeah, I think they're motorcycle motors.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. So the V might sound a little bit better. If you're just tuning in, folks, no, we're not up here making growling sounds or animal sounds, so, And don't call 911 or anything. I'm okay. Brandon Templeton out front. Ryan Beagle there in second. Jeff Flair on third right now for qualifying. I don't think he's as high as pitch as the legend cars, though. Those sound like a bunch of bumblebee weed eaters out there. Terry Landis laying down a quick time of 17:36.
And Joe, I am ready.
All right, well, Vic's going to run around this track here and give us a little heads up on what he's going to try to do in these dirt midget.
So, yeah, I think this is the first time we've ran these cars here all year, but really it's really the same big obstacles, on the bottom. Coming out of turn 4, you got to watch the wall or you'll hit it like I almost just did. But kind of coming into turn 1, if you're going to run the bottom, you got to be really careful not to clip that inside wall right there. And then if you notice the inside wall here is a little bit, it's not straight, right? So if you're trying to run really, really close to the bottom, you're going to run into an issue. And then coming back onto the backstretch, you'll try and get up here close to this wall and not flip the car. Right
now
here,
tell
where
us,
it says,
tell us real quick, though, you get near that wall, how different is that wall and that VR as opposed to a single screen?
Yeah, having to look to the right versus just kind of knowing about where the back end of the car is quite a bit different. I think that's the biggest difference in what I'm seeing in the VR is you're almost forced to look around. You know what I mean? Whereas on the monitor, you just kind of know, you've got so much practice on the monitor that you know where things are and the distances that people are from you, in front of you, beside you, and all that stuff.
The wall pops out at you, though, don't it?
Yeah, and in these cars, if you get a hold of it, this is what you see. So
get dizzy real quick.
Yeah, pretty disorienting. So
there you go, and that right there brings us our heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. Check them out at empiresupersprints.com. 37 years of 360 wing sprint, exciting style racing. They've got a lot of great drivers from the Northeast, U.S. and Canada. So check them out on Facebook and Twitter. There's all Empire Super Sprints. You got Zach Chapman out front. Ryan Beagle starting in second. Brandon Templeton third. Terry Landis fourth. Jeffrey Barker fifth. Aiden Young sixth. And Roy Collins right there out in the 7th place spot. Speaking of Roy, tonight is a special night. JC Accounting and Payroll Service Night. Right, JC Accounting and Payroll Service located in Brownsburg, Indiana. Been helping clients since '05 around the country. Accounting, tax preparation, and custom payrolls. Contact old Janet Collins for all your personal one-on-one consultation. Janet is the wife of Roy Collins, so AC Accounting and Payroll. And you know, I was just curious there, like you said, though, in the VR, because I run the VR. Things, it's so immersive that things look bigger, like you said earlier, coming at you and looking and whatnot.
Yeah, you definitely have to reevaluate your distances. You know, because if not, you're gonna make contact when you don't intend to.
Now, a lot of times in the NASCAR world, you really don't look left to right because in real world, their peripherals are so narrow. I mean, inside the helmet with the Hans, and then plus with the side cushions in those chairs, they can't really see side to side too much. So they're really not moving a lot in those cars. I say it's about any racing, really. Now, dirt racing, you know, not as restrictive. You can move, like you said, as we go green. Our heat race 1, and right now you got a good battle happening for that top 4. Remember the 4th place spot? Oh, look, contact, Templeton and Landis.
Yeah, that's one thing about these cars is slight contact in these cars is big contact when it comes to being inside the car. As you look, there's a car flipping in turn 3.
Yeah, Aiden Young upside down. Barrel roll.
You know, he didn't make contact with that wall hard at all, but that wall will grab these cars for sure.
Absolutely. Here comes Roy Collins. He's on the back side, looking at the high side here. Try to see if he can't battle and get that 4th and final transfer spot. He's got Barker down low. Templeton's hanging on to it. Meanwhile, Chapman out front. The Beagle machine right behind him. Landis there in 3rd. Collins still back there. Now he's still in a battle with the Barker.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's, you know, pretty one lane. You know, there's guys in the middle and guys on the bottom. When they get back on the straightaway, though, they kind of straighten out and kind of all fall in line.
Yeah, kind of spread out right now. Looks like some multi-groups, though.
Yeah, you know, there's cars really running the top, bottom, and the middle. So that's really promising, though, come to feature time.
Oh,
you know,
Templeton taps the wall on the inside. He's going to lose the 4th and final transfer spot to Barker.
Which Barker's got Roy Collins on his outside.
Yeah, Collins fighting hard to that top side, ain't he? Is he going to be able to hold it? It's multi-groove, one down low, one up top.
Yeah, it looks like 2 laps to go. We'll have to see maybe Roy Collins sets him up for a slider, or maybe if Barker slides up in front of him. Because, you know, he obviously he's got to know that Roy Collins is on the outside.
He does. Both of them giving each other room. White flag one more time. It's the battle for that last transfer spot. Is Barker going to stay low?
He gets a good run coming on to the back straightaway.
Gonna be who gets to run off of turn 4 right here. Collins got enough to push it off 4. No, Barker's able to hang on by a nose. Chapman, Beagle, Landis, Barker, top 4. Good heat race. Brings in a heat race number 2, Super Dirt Car Series. If you like the big blocks, you'll definitely like the Northeast Premier Series of the big blocks. From Florida to Canada, they got a lot of great drivers. Check them out online for some ground pounding, earth shattering Super Dirt Car Series. Bob DeGood out front. Jeff Flaro there in 2nd. Jack Hitt 3rd. Stephen Goldner 4th. Nicholas Vickery in 5th. Joe Canellis there in 6th. And Roger Craig going to start this one in 7th place. All right, so learn anything on that first heat race?
Not to get too close to other cars.
Okay, all right.
I was already on the back row. I wasn't sure. It looked like I was going to be in front of somebody, so I actually asked for an EOL because I don't want to, you know, being in the VR, I don't want to ruin anybody's night, you know, take anybody out of a transfer spot or anything like that. You know, I'm still going to race, but I want a couple laps with other cars on the track just to make sure all the kinks are worked out.
That's code word, folks, for Nick says he's scared.
I think it's Nick is being cautious.
Okay, there we go. All right, yeah.
Nick doesn't want to protest next week.
There you go. Absolutely. All right. I thought Roger didn't make this one.
Yeah, he might be adminning. I think that's who was supposed to be behind me, but...
All right. Yeah, they're both in the hauler, him and John. Oh, John was out here. He ain't out here racing.
I thought he was as well.
All right. Green flag. Green flag. Got the good Falero. Hit right there with him. Goldner, boy, 3 wide for the lead. Is that up top? Falero goes to the top side. Remember, he's running low line most of the night. Goldner right in the middle. Jack hit down low. Old Jack Hitman, the icon sim sport man himself. Oh, he's hitting on all 4 cylinders, or whatever cylinders these things have in them. He's hitting on all the motor right now. You got the Hooter mobile too. Got chicken wings and everything. Falero sitting in second. Goldner in third. They got victory. Then powered it back up to 4th place in the final transfer. I think he's fooling everybody, folks. He says he don't know how to race in the VR. He's going to come out here and be a champ before it's over with. He's already a champ. They don't count. Goldner trying to protect that eye line, though. He's up in the 3rd place. Looking in his rearview mirror. Guns victory. Shooting it in right now. Riding along. That Pepto-Bismol looking machine he's got. Oh, Goldner hit the wall. Vic had to make some evasive move right there to get around him. That puts Bob the Good in the 4th place spot. Wow. Just like that. How things can turn. Goldner just barely tapping the inside wall. Puts Vic in 3rd. Falero 2nd. Jack hit out front, running away with this one. The Good hanging on here into the final transfer. And Ellis right behind him. Goldner's still running, but he's way off the pace. Thing just slid up there. Old Jack out front. White flag one more time. Heat race 2. Super Dirt Car Series here tonight for the hometown heroes. Cool Ray Coast to Coast Racing League. Now Holdermobile coming out of 4. Takes the checker. This is going to be hit. Falero victory. And Canellis bringing it home. Wow. Canellis held on, and then he's going to make it look spectacular. Finishing it off. All right. Puts it in the B main. Right. Chip Banger Racing. B main. That is. Bang the chip, man. Rip the lip. That's their slogan. Chip Banger Racing. B main here tonight. Roy Collins starting out front. Bob the Good there in 2nd. Brandon Templeton 3rd. Stephen Goldner in 4th. Aiden Young in 5th. Roger not going to grid up on this one. Hey, he snuck up there. Got in 3rd.
Yeah, you know, I spent the second half of that heat race just trying to figure out what lines would work for me and what I was comfortable running and how hard to dive, the car in the corners. Honestly, this car probably isn't the best test for the VR and my driving, because I don't drive these cars a whole lot, and I know that I'm not fast in them, so.
Well, actually, that might be a pretty good test then. So if you're not that fast, you can see whether or not the VR can make you faster.
True.
I mean, it kind of use it like that. Good enough to get 3rd place.
Yeah, I think I just got lucky.
Come on now.
Yeah. Gotta call it like it is.
You'll end up winning the race.
No, don't hold your breath on that. Hey, look, it's a long drive between me and you. I'd hate to have to make that drive, take you to the hospital for not breathing, because that won't happen.
Look, if y'all betting people out there at 100 to 1, he wins.
No, what it is, I don't have homicide on the back of this car, so I can't win this car.
I was trying to get a look to see if I saw it on there from the Goods point of view, but I never could get close enough. I was like, let's see if he's got homicide on there. I think I asked you before,
Yeah.
what's the homicide stand for? I mean, what, would you be like a police officer? Are you going to commit a crime or what?
No, it's just, it kind of gets in people's minds, right? Me and John talked about it separately, and he made the comment that when he sees that, or when guys behind me see that, they know exactly who it is. You know what I mean? So it's almost kind of become who I am, right? If you're behind me, you know that that's me. There's no questioning if it's anybody else. So.
you either about to get slaughtered on the track, or you're going to get caught up in a wreck. Either way, it's going to be a homicide, so it doesn't matter, folks. There you go. Green flag for racing here to be Mains. Collins out front with a good jump there. I know wife Janet out there is loving this one with the JC Accounting and Payroll Services here tonight. Goldner there in second. He's got Templeton, though, tearing up his back end. He looks to the inside, trying to put a slider on him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like these guys are really holding any bars. They're racing really, really tight right now in the top four. You got Roger in fifth, with about a half a straightaway back. So, and everybody in this race is going to make it. So they're really just fighting for position. But everybody does make the features. So that's good news for everybody. They kind of race a little harder, knowing that they get involved in a wreck, it's not going to end the night.
Absolutely, and then like we said before, maybe trying to search around, see where the car's fastest, or just trying to get a better slot. Right now, Templeton, boy, he's going to test, see if he can throw that thing in there, and he's learned the hard way. He almost threw it up into the car.
Yeah, he threw that one in kind of hard. I was watching it back here from Rodden's perspective, and he threw it in there pretty straight.
He did, just to see if it's going to hold, and it didn't hold. Now he's going to more traditional line there, going in kind of low, letting it drift up just a little bit. Meanwhile, Aiden Young and Goldner in front of him, they got a good tight battle happening.
Yeah, it looks like I believe that's Aiden on the top side. He gets a pretty good run coming off the corner, but like we've said all night, you can get into the corner a little bit easier on the bottom.
Actually, it's Goldner up there on that top, and it looks like the top lane is fading away a little bit.
Yeah, they changed car colors on me. Typically, Goldner's in a black car.
He is. Yep, you're right. Now he goes back down low, and he slid it in there and almost clipped the back end of Collins.
Yeah, it looked like he, threw it in there just trying to see if he could get some momentum getting through the middle, and now that's allowed Templeton to pull down below him.
Yep. Then you got Aiden Young taking that high side. He's looking for the lead right now. Still Collins. He's got a green machine out there, the Hulk power. I was wondering, speaking of the Hulk, man, what happened to Nick King? I ain't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either. I know he runs a paint business and a setup shop, so I'm sure he's
okay. He's in a service too, I believe.
Yeah, really busy.
White flag one more time. Young, Goldner, Collins, Templeton. Who's going to be here? Young's got the high side. Young's going to be able to hold on to it. Goldner's going to bring her home in second. Collins going to hang on to third. Templeton in fourth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Get a word from some of our sponsors.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today, we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Feature Time. We're about to grid these guys up here and let them go and rip this place apart here tonight. That's out front, Zach Chapman putting it out on pole. Jack Hitt there in second. You got Ryan Beagle third, Jeff Laro in fourth, Terry Landis in fifth, Nicholas Vickery starting sixth, Jeffrey Barker seventh, Joe Canellis in eighth, Aiden Young in ninth, Stephen Goldner 10th, Roy Collins 11th, Brandon Templeton in 12th, Roger Craig 13th, and Bobby Good round 14th. Let's get set here and bring this place to life. All right, here we go. Cars are coming to life here around. We got these mighty dirt midgets out here tonight. If you hadn't already, check out the Coast to Coast Racing Network here on YouTube, which we're live here right now. And check us out on OSR Network on Facebook, online simracingnetwork.com. As always, check out the C2C Speed Shop at c2crl.com. Chapman out front. See if this place ends up being a multi-groove here. How it's able to handle. Pace trucks in. Let's go racing. There you already see him 4 wide. We get a little sound out of this first start up here from the Dylan Westbrook Racing sound here tonight on the start up for our feature here for the Icon Sim Sports. As Chapman's out front. You got hit with them, but look at these guys putting slide jobs on each other. Jack Hitt, Zach Chapman. Round and round. Look out. Chapman's there with it. Go back behind him because you got 2 and 3 wide racing. Laro down low. Beagle taking it up to the high side. A little bit of contact. A little rub, that's all. Oh, car upside down. That looks like Goldner. He was flipping. Landis got a little involved too, but ouch. How's car feeling there, Vic?
Like a midget.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. These cars to me have always been a handful. So, I don't know. I'm going to, again, apologize if I'm chopping anybody's nose off. I'm just trying to keep the car straight.
Well, you're up to third. I said you might end up winning this thing.
Yeah, no. I remember last season and a couple seasons ago, Jack Hitt's fast in these cars. You know, so I have no doubt that he's going to be fast. And Chapman, they were pulling away.
They might wreck.
I guess I can keep my fingers crossed, right? You know, everybody has a chance to win the lottery, you know, if you play, but...
Told y'all, folks, y'all been millionaire for the night's over with. Y'all start betting on Vic.
Yeah, it'll be like cryptocurrency around here.
The same guy that came from the back twice in 2 different constellations. I mean, come on. And he's a champ. There you go. All right, well, Hitt's out front. Gonna hit that pedal and make that thing go fast here soon. Chapman there behind him. They were close on each other. Looks like we're gonna double file it up here. Laro's gonna get a shot here with victory. Young, Barker and company. Lights off on pace truck. Bringing them around. We know who your favorite drivers are out there, folks.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. That kid didn't get the start that he wanted on Chapman, but he still got in front of him. John Spalero to the high side. Vic's down low with him. Look at Jack Hitt, takes it to the inside. Not able to make the slide job move work. Not yet. It is close quartered racing right now for the top two. Chapman's high. It's there. Uh-oh, Vic round. Upside down. Caution out. Ouch. You didn't fall out of your chair over there, did you?
It felt like I did.
Woo! I don't know if I could take a tumble like that in the VR. I'd probably end up falling over.
Yeah, my first thought was to close my eyes.
I usually do that. Did a roller coaster game in one time. I had to close my eyes when I went down the hill. I was sitting down. I'm old. Vic's young. All right, Chapman up front. Hope y'all didn't take my advice on betting on Nick. Y'all just lost all your money.
I don't know. There's still a whole lot of laps left, but there's a whole bunch of cars.
Oh, that's not. You know what? Hey, anything's still possible, folks. That is true.
Yep.
Optimistic there. Rick says, yeah, we're going to junk the whole field. Never know. Chapman's still the man out front. Jack right there behind him. Side of him. We're going to go 2 by 2 here. Side by side. Green flag. Chapman got a good jump over Jack Hitt, and so did Flaro and Temple. Well, Hitt did not go on that start for some reason. He fell way back into the clutches. Now we've got 3 wide. 3 by 3. Collins in the middle, almost 4 wide. That's some good racing so far. It's going to try to battle for second place. Still 3 wide middle pack. Landis, Beagle, Collins, Young, Templeton and company there. Like Hitt's car's just not hooking like he wants it to. Time he goes to slide, it goes sliding out from under him. Meanwhile, behind them, they are still stacked up 2 and 3 wide. Young, Collins, Templeton. Uh-oh, Templeton back, and he's around. Caution out. Base truck's back up. Whew, how's it feeling back there, Nick?
Feeling all right. I actually only got into a guy there. Was I think the first or second lap after we went green. So I needed that caution to kind of stack the field back up. Do what?
He just got in the way.
Yeah. I don't know if he got a little sideways or he was apexing the corner, but I definitely got into him. I was carrying too much momentum in the corner, so apologize for that. But these little cars are hard to get slowed down.
He probably don't live.
Yeah, not making any friends.
There you go. All right, here we go. Line these guys back up again. A good night so far.
Green.
right, back at it again. Chapman down low with Jack Hitt, Valero and company. Chapman out front. See if Hitt can get it. He's there in second. Meanwhile, third place run, Goldner. Beagle. He's up top. Normally he's down low. Up on that top side this time. Can't quite get anything going down low. Got Goldner. Beagle blinking a little bit. Beagle is. Parker in the back here. About that mid-pack again. Landis, Young, Beagle, Goldner and company. Got cars high, middle, low. Except for Chapman. He's out front loving it. Gone. Valero's up high this time. Hits down low. Beagle's right there with him. A lot of guys been a little cautious because Beagle blinking real bad. Oh, he might have blinked and made contact with Goldner because Goldner's spinning upside down. I don't know. Wow, it might have been just a slight. Like Beagle might have blinked and then blinked right back, and they were side by side, him and Goldner, and unfortunately Goldner goes for a ride. Beagle's out there. He's flashing like a light bulb. Yeah, race control. Vince is going to have to say something on that one. He got back up to ninth, Vic.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Looking smooth. All right, let's see what we got. Said go back double foul.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. Back at it. These guys are at each other up front. 4 wide coming into the turn. Chapman still hanging on. Landis down low though. Got hit right there up top. Beagle in the middle of things. Valero there up the top side with him. Nobody can get away but except for Chapman out front. Walking the dog tonight. Looking strong. Yellow flag out. Oh, that's big.
Yeah, I was trying to get out of the way. I forgot to add fuel from my qualifying lap, so that was my last lap of fuel anyway, so I was trying to slow down on the top side and stay out of the way and ended up getting into the wall.
I see that. Barrel roll.
Hopefully nobody bet on me to win this race because I didn't have enough fuel to do it anyway.
Set y'all up, folks. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was rigged. Me and Joe talked about it.
He rigged. Yeah, he rigged. Yeah, we win all the money. We betted that he wasn't going to win, and we told everybody else to bet he was.
The good news is now I get to sit back and watch the rest of this race with you.
What do they call that? Insider betting or trading or something? I don't know.
See, y'all think we just sit here when the broadcast goes on commercial? No, we're back here scheming.
That's right. Well, you know, it's a good experience, like you said. Get out here, try something new. You know, try to figure out something that you haven't done in the past, and Hey, it just takes practice.
Yep. Just take seat time like with anything else. Like when you first start iRacing, you got to get used to everything and build your depth perception and all that stuff. So it was definitely a fun night. I had fun here in the midgets.
Oh, absolutely. And these cars are a little extreme. You don't have the wing. You don't have a lot of that stuff. It helps you on that downforce either.
No, but I am very gracious that it was at Eldora and not like Lernerville or Kokomo or somewhere small. And
honestly, fishing then.
Yeah, honestly, sitting where I was at, in 12th, 10th place, I saw a lot of good racing. There's guys running the bottom, there's guys running the middle, and there's guys running the top. So, should be a good finish to this one.
It should be, yep. Green flag. Chapman's the one that gets that awesome jump out front, though. He's been able to get those good moves away from the field. Meanwhile, you got Hit, Landis, Beagle, and Falero. There's a 3-wide battle for second.
Yeah,
and
if I'm not mistaken, looks like they're all three running different lines.
Yeah, you've got actually a Hit right there in the middle, Beagle way up high, and then Terry Landis way down low. And that's what I've seen all race long, is a lot of multi-groove style racing.
Yeah, it looks like Hit has moved up to the top now as well.
Ooh, Goldner gets a little top, and who's that upside down? That's Valero. We saw him go on his lid, and he's done. Wow. Chapman's been the man all night long.
Yeah, he's really getting those good restarts. I think is really important. Really in any class, but especially these cars, because if you get a good restart, you don't have as much pressure behind you. And sometimes if you got a lot of pressure behind you, you might find that especially in these cars, guys might over rotate the car or any kind of mistake. When you got everybody right behind you, you don't want to stack up the field, and it's just a lot of pressure. So with him getting those good restarts, he definitely gains an advantage.
Been a good run so far, like you said. Chapman, he might get. Is he going to get a single file start here?
They're on lap to where they should. It's within 10 to go.
All right. That definitely is going to benefit him a lot.
Yep, it does appear to be single file.
Okay.
Which it'll be interesting to see what line he takes into turn one. With Beagle running the extreme top, I think Chapman's been running kind of the middle top. He's not quite as high as Beagle is, but we'll see if they all kind of fall back in line to the lines they were running before.
Single file start. There we go. Green flag. Chapman out front. Got Beagle right there behind him. Landis goes instantly right back down to the bottom, though.
Yeah, he was making the bottom work. If you look there, he got a good run coming off turn two.
See Beagle right now tearing up the back end of Chapman. Nobody's been able to get up over. Here comes Landis down low.
Yeah, Landis is on a razor thin edge of the grip down there on the bottom.
He's making it work right now. Not seen anybody all night long make it work. I mean, we've seen some multi-grooves, but it's all been Chapman out front.
Yeah, he's top three. Haven't really broken away a whole lot, but they're definitely really, really, really close.
Ooh, Chapman got slick right there.
So he's gonna. He left Beagle room on the top, so Beagle's gonna have that momentum coming off the corner, 3 wide.
Yeah, gonna split them right there, like you said. Beagle up top, Chapman in the middle, Landis down low. I think it's gonna benefit Beagle. He's got, and he came down. Him and Landis got together. And then he's just a ping pong ball out there, folks. Caution.
Yeah, I think that one was just a racing incident there. Chapman was trying to leave Beagle room and trying to enter the middle, and him and Landis just kind of got together there on the middle of the back straightaway.
All right, can Beagle hang on to the top? Think Beagle's got enough to hold him off?
Yeah, I think if Beagle, he's done a pretty good job all night of keeping it out of the wall. So I think as long as he can keep it out of the wall, he should get a monster run coming off the corner. I just think on the bottom it's gonna be hard to match that run that Beagle's getting as he's carrying that speed through the corner.
Okay. Get set here. All Beagle up front. If he can hang on to the final. Green flag. The Beagle gets a good move out front up in that top lane.
Yeah, him and who is that behind him? Is that? Move my camera stuff here. Steven Goldner is right there. I think didn't they run really hard at each other in the heat race as well?
Ooh, Beagle Goldner?
Yes, sir.
It did. Let Goldner throw a slide job on the inside.
Yep, yeah, but if you look, Beagle was able to pull it back down to the bottom. So. And it looks like Beagle's staying to the bottom. He's not going to slide up in front of Goldner this time.
Couldn't get that move that he wanted. And now he's got to get back in line and see if he can set him up for one final move here coming to the end.
Yeah, they got a little bit of breathing room back to Aiden Young. Maybe 6-7 car lengths. So they might throw sliders here coming to the last lap.
Yeah, white flag one more time here tonight. Hometown Heroes, Dirt Midgets. And you see Goldner go down with the slider line there. And Beagle bumped the wall a little bit. It'll be all Goldner, Beagle, and Aiden Young bringing it home here for the Midgets tonight. What a good finish. All right. Can't get a word with a couple of these guys. That was a good race there. Aiden. Golden. Half these guys don't hang out in the Discord.
Yeah, no. I think a lot of them hang out in their team chats.
Ah, okay. We'll bring up third place man here, Aiden. Hey, Joy and Booth, got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, you was able to storm up out of third place. How's you feeling in these midget cars?
Hey, it was tough. Just nail biter.
Oh, hey, but you came home in third. Now, did you prefer the low line or the high line?
I really had no clue. I was just trying everything.
Hey, well, whatever you did worked. Because it brought you home in third place tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
I just want to thank Young Gun Creations, the whole Gambler team, and the league for putting this on. And just want to tell Jeff Kemper we're thinking about him and his son. So
there you go, third place man Aiden Young pulling it off here tonight with this guy Ryan Beagle. He stormed to the front here. Ryan, Joanne Booth got a copy?
Yep. How are you?
Well, I tell you what, man, you look strong out there tonight. Normally you'd run that low line, which is up high. Now, was you a little worried there because you're kind of doing a lot of blinking early in the race?
Yeah, the internet around here has been worse than it's ever been, so we got to work on that. But we got it sorted there for the last bit, so know what we got to do to fix it anyway.
Hey, well, I tell you what, man, either way, you still fast, came home. How's you feeling in these midget cars tonight?
Uncomfortable. I wasn't even going to run tonight, and then I asked Goldner what was running at 9 o'clock tonight, so we jumped in and had a decent run, so that's good.
Hey, definitely, man. You finished right there behind him. You two was having a good battle up front. You got anybody you want to thank for second place, though?
Yeah, just Golder for telling me to come run. That was a blast.
Hey, there you go, man. Ryan Beagle coming home in second here tonight, running a good run. Well, this man, Stephen Goldner, come up here, hold the show here and won it. Steve, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, well, these midgets here, you were able to run pretty strong tonight. Did you prefer, I mean, you was up high, but sometimes just down low. Which line did you prefer in these cars?
I've preferred the top. I felt like I could get in the corner better and just, roll around it. I went to the bottom once or twice, but I also hit the backstretch wall, I think, twice and had to go into the pits. So it was definitely a rough race, but we had enough laps to get back up to the front.
Absolutely. Now you was able to get around Beagle there. How'd that feel when you was able to get around him on that last start and just kind of cruise off?
It felt good. I thought it was a little bit quicker than him. He was holding a good line. I told him there, we were talking in Discord, I'm like, I don't throw sliders on 1 and 2. It just never works out for me, and there's never enough grip. And then I ended up just throwing it because he knew I'd be throwing 1 and 3 and 4. So just kind of worked out that way that we were able to, have a good run to pass him.
Absolutely. He was able to bring it home in the midgets tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at the shop, at the Benny Built shop there. Wegman Brothers, Power.com, Velocity Race Designs, Dirt Doctor Trucking, Fits Perfect Photography, ABR Setup Shops, Beagle for hanging on racing with me tonight, you, Joe, for the broadcast, and Roger and everyone involved with the league.
There you go, winner tonight in the Dirt Midgets, Stephen Goldner bringing it home. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. That was our Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League. Hometown heroes for myself and everyone here. Have a good night.